is my book, How to Keep a Man Happy. And this next chapter is find out what you want. Please hit my like and subscribe button. Um, After you find out first who you are, you start to get a better feel for what you want out of life. In keeping a man happy, you need to make sure that your goals are not in conflict with his goals. Um, See, if he's willing to compromise, and if he's not, you have chosen the wrong man if he's not willing to compromise. Not wanting to compromise is really understandable because everyone deserves the chance to go after their goals and dreams in life, but you just have to understand some things before choosing a man. It is better for you to go after your goals and dreams first, and so you won't get involved with anyone who might limit or hinder you when trying to reach your goals. In a young lady's life, it is important to do things you want to do first. For when you meet a man and get serious about him, then he may cause your plans to change. It will be heartbreaking if he is the wrong man that you are making significant changes for, only to find out later, you know, he wasn't worth you making those changes. This is why it's so important to find out what you want and go after it before you get deeply attached to a man. So you accomplish all your goals so he can, before you get heavily involved, so he can impact your goals. In addition, it is equally important to find out the type of man you want. Sometimes the only way to find that out is to date enough guys to find that out. But the problem with dating is eventually you get close enough to someone who will steal your heart, and eventually you're gonna get in. He will get into your panties, and when you have sex, it brings along a lot of other problems, and you get more attached. But this is where you must have the restraint to just date and be friends with males without having a committed type of relationship, and without having sex, without him thinking he is your property or boyfriend. Um, some guys will still try to claim you when you are just dating and being friends. You have to be strong not to give in when you are young and trying to first find out what you like and what you want. So whether you're young or older, you need to take that time. If you have been dating for a while and are older and have been through several relationships, then you may already know what kind of man you want and what you want out of life. So you don't need to do all that dating because you've had that experience. If you're not sure what you want out of life and have not had any real boyfriends, then you should be extremely cautious of selecting the first boy who shows interest in you because you may not even have enough experience to even know what you want, and you have a long life ahead of you and to find that right person. So if you choose the first person who shows you interest, then you might be missing your future king by settling for someone who may turn out to be a peasant. If you hang around guys and just be their friend, you will start to understand what kind of guy you like without having to actually be his girlfriend. At least you will be finding more information out about him, which will help you make a more educated decision. Females like guys for many reasons. Some guys are funny. Some guys are athletic. Some have successful jobs and a good education. Some look handsome, and some have muscular bodies. I think a female should not only look at a guy's appearance, but his mental and spiritual attributes to see if he has all those qualities that make him a good mate. But unless you have a male friend or you date, you will find it hard to distinguish between the type of males you like or don't like. You have to actually be around them and be exposed to how they act. It is important to understand which males you can trust and which ones you can't. Some males will lie to you or tell you all the things you want to hear, but in reality, most of what they say might be false or just a plot to have sex with you. You have to be around guys to get a better understanding of the games they play and to tell the difference between a good guy and a terrible one. You don't have to sleep with them to get to know them. In fact, it is best not to sleep with a guy so that your feelings won't get clouded, won't cloud your better judgment, so you can decipher what guy who's right for you. The first guy who pops your cherry and gets, gives it to you real good, you may think he's the right guy because, because it feels so good to you. You're in love, but he might be the worst guy for you. So that's why you need to stay away from sex until you're sure. This is the main reason to avoid sex until you become a good judge of guys and have had experience getting to know different guys and how they function.